I'm here at Elsons Lake in Northamptonshire. Turned up about an hour and a half ago when it's still dark. Didn't hear any fish or anything. We walked around the lake a couple of times, nothing to note. When the light came up, we actually found a few carp milling around just a couple of foot from the bank. So I decided to do a little bit of stalking, literally just flinging out a little rig. Actually used the missing link and 15 pounds, but actually decided to strip the coating away purely because of the layout on the bottom. It was very silty, very soft, and it's gin clear. In fact, it's even beyond gin clear. Just to give them a little bit of taster, we used the chain reaction monster squid as always, tipped with an amber attract 10mm tinker, and then a 10mm monster squid bottom bait, so it's a snowman rig, using a size 8 Fang X, straight onto a drop off lead system and 1.5 meters of the new diffusion camo leader. Absolutely superb. I do pin it down a little bit just to make sure it sticks to the bottom. To be fair, it is so clear, I had to make sure that the carp didn't spook off it. Literally just put my rods on the floor, sat there. 15 minutes later the rod wrenched round, pulled into a healthy feeling carp, and lo and behold it was right near a snag, and I gave it as much beans as I possibly could, but it fell off. But it's a good result. So I've decided to stick in the swim now, put almost a kilo of bait down with 10mm tinkers on the actual spot. I think they're going to get on it. It's looking really good for another bite, so we'll see what happens. We're down Elsons for a session today, and after my little mishap earlier on when I lost one, we started talking about hook patterns, and Joe's actually got quite a nice twist on the actual twister pattern, so I thought we'd just quickly ask him and see exactly what he's got to say about it, really.
Yeah, what it is, basically I've just been colouring the twisters, but I've been spraying them myself. It does take a bit of time, but if you're sitting there watching telly or whatever, you can do it whilst you're doing that.
So what sort of colours are you actually making?
I'm just doing the black at the minute, just a matte black. But really, it started off. I was mucking around with my pond at home, which is a silt-based pond, so it's got no pumps or nothing in it. And I was laying rigs in to see what they look like, and the one thing that stood out for me was the hook every time.
Right.
Maybe it's just a confidence thing, but it's what works for me.
Cool. So, I mean, when did you actually put this into practice then? Because obviously we get the hooks out of the packet, we use them every day, sort of thing. So, what made you, at that moment in time, go into there and just change the colour of the hook?
Well, at the time, I laid 2 rigs side by side, and one was an old owner pattern, always used to be black, right? Most of the hooks were black. And I laid them side by side and looked from above, and from above you could see the black one almost disappeared in the silt, but the other one that wasn't coated, just Teflon coated, was exactly the same.
So you think it stood out effectively like
it stood out like a sore thumb. It was just, for me, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, really.
Do you think the carp could see that then? Is that something, or was it just like a confidence thing, or did you change the colour and then get a hit on it? Or? Yeah, no,
I did change the colour and get a hit on it actually, but it was more of a confidence thing for me. I mean, I don't know if Simon Scott at the Sparshall College, he's studied and said that they can see like the eye of a hook, you know what I mean, let alone anything else, and he's had the bend and the point cut off, and he's just used the eye and the shank, and he's noticed that they've seen that in the tank. So with me, it kind of triggered a thought process, and I just went through, like I say, colouring the hooks. First of all, I put them down to felt tip. I didn't like the smell and stuff that come off the felt. But with spray, once that's dried over several weeks, it doesn't, doesn't.
So is that a matter of like slightly roughing the edges, then spraying them, or is it undercoats? Do you do? Or is this like a mammoth mission?
Yeah, it is. It does take a while, but once they're done, my confidence level when using them is much higher. But what I do is I go through a small process where I take all the hooks out of the packet. I'll rub them all down with like an emery cloth, which just takes the Teflon coating off. So it makes them silver, but it also gives them a bit of a rough base. I'll put them all on some line with a couple of pins on a bit of wood, so they're all hanging, all tight. And then I'll just spray them with an undercoat, but I'll give them 2 coats.
Right, okay.
Once you get one batch done, obviously just forget about it, get on with your fishing, you know, in the meantime. Let that batch go off, and then you can give them another coat of undercoat, but only 2 light coats.
Right.
Once that's done, a coat of black this time in a matte. You can buy it from any good sort of DIY store. And again, the longer you can leave them to dry, the better. And I usually give that 2 coats of paint.
Right, okay.
Once that's done, good as gold, that's it. You know, they're more or less ready to go. But I'll give them as long as I can, so a week, let them dry.
Cool, yeah, so they're harden off sort of thing.
So it goes really hard, and they last really well out in the water as well.
So, I mean, obviously a tip's going to be sprayed as well, so do you peel back the tip of it or something?
What happens is, once they're dried off, you before every session, and you must remember to do it obviously, otherwise you're going to be blunt. But what you must do is, with careful perhaps with a pair of scissors, which is what I use, I'll just literally pick the points off to leave the point clear, and then you've got a black hook with an ultra sharp point, as it was in the beginning.
So with the missing link in black silk colour, and that blending in perfectly, but nothing standing out at all.
No, everything.
The only thing that's standing out is
your hook bait.
The luminous pink or yellow hook bait. It seems to work, doesn't it? So
it does for me. Yeah.
So what sort of carp? It's Carthagena, isn't it? You've been hitting out?
The first fish I had out there, funny enough, was on a black hook, and it was a 35-pound leather.
So there you go. And I mean, if anybody knows about Carthagena, it's probably one of the most gnarliest lakes I've ever fished. Takes are far and few between, you know. So any sort of confidence or edge you can actually give yourself, it just whether it makes your angle better, maybe it's confidence, or maybe even the carp can sit, whatever. But it's definitely something to consider if you're looking for a little bit of an edge, and those carp are being a little bit sneaky. So cheers for that, Joe.
No worries.
And speak to you soon. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, Mark.
Right, as usual, just as we're about to pack up, Mark's had a
chunk,
had a 1 toner, and a beautiful fish we're about to show you.
Snowman, amber attract. It had a 10mm tinker on the bottom, monster squid, and it ain't let me down yet. Oh, can you do us a favour, please? Just pull the net. Oh, she's come alive now. Come here.
Absolutely stunning common.
Got it. Right, let's give her a quick wave first. Oh.
Just going to put her up on the scales.
You want to do the honours of the read and sunshine?
See what she goes.
Is she going 30? Oh yes!
What we got?
We've got me.
32.13, I think.
I'm happy with that. 32.13.
Have it. Lovely.
Literally, I'm knocking doors as well.
Beautiful.
Again, can you remove the sling? Actually, yeah, if we remove the sling. Right, here we go. Give her some water. I'll just go and hold her up to the camera. Yeah. Fish into the snag bush. It's quite a quiet night. I did manage to nick a little fish of about, what is it, 11, 12 pounds, you reckon?
Yeah.
Earlier on in the evening. And up to then, it's been reasonably quiet. And then, this absolute long stunner of a carp comes along. And if I can get her up, she's being a bit... Oh! Yeah, they want me on you being framed, don't you? That's the thing.
That's what you get, see?
You didn't get it.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Definitely
beautiful.
The longest common I've ever caught. Right, we're here with Phil, fishery manager of Elsons and Stanwick Lakes. Stick with a little bit of history, so I thought it'd be quite interesting to find out a little bit about the lakes, you know, how they came about and who owned them, or whatever you know, basically.
Yeah, well, basically what I know is in the, I think it was the 80s, what's his name? Duncan Kay. Duncan Kay had it. Very, very famous in his day. I think this was doing 30s when nowhere else was doing 20s.
Yeah, so I had a big name for it at the very beginning.
Yeah. And then he was here for quite a long time. Famous anglers like Chris Tannen and people like that. Fishing it. And then I think when they'd done the rest of the complex, he had to move out and move to Ringstead then.
Oh right, so that's does it still own Ringstead now?
No, Kevin Maddox had it for a while, and I think Kevin Maddox has sold it the last 2 years.
Shows you how much I know, don't it? You know?
Get with it, Mark. Get with
Yeah,
it.
sorry mate, my history lessons.
Come on, you haven't had a 30.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so and the fish stocks, what are they?
Fish stocks now, when we took it on, I would say probably 20, 25 fish. Now you're looking around the 100.
Cool. And what sort of stamps are we talking?
You've got a minimum of 6 over 30. Biggest at the moment, I would say 37, 38.
You've got a lovely 32 long common in here
Yeah,
as well.
that's a cracking
Yeah,
fish.
that's a really good one.
Rub it in. Go on.
Yeah. To say there's one high 30s.
Yeah, about 37, 38 plus.
That's a mirror, is it?
That's a common.
That's a common.
Yeah,
See, I mean,
4 commons
that
over
size is
30.
amazing.
Beautiful.
Really are, and the pristine commons as well. You know, there's nothing wrong with faultless. The lips are absolutely perfect. It's scale perfect, doesn't it? It really is nice.
Beautiful.
That's cool. And obviously, this is just one of the lakes on the complex. You have a syndicate as well, don't you?
Yeah, we have a syndicate.
And that's what, 20 men, did you say? 28
28.
members.
Yeah.
And then you also got the other day ticket waters, which is like, what would you say, was it like runs water sort of thing?
Mallard, it can be hard. There's a lot of fish in it. It's just done its first 2 30s. I would say Swans that runs water now.
Right, cool.
It wasn't the other one, wasn't it? Steve Ring was in it, wasn't it?
Yeah, he had his PB early this year, 26. That's cool.
But all in all, absolutely amazing fishery. We've just finished 24-hour session. Last night started raining at what, 2 o'clock in the evening?
Yeah.
Or in the morning, should I say?
Yeah.
And it carried on raining all the way through up until it stopped. I was literally talking about packing up, calling it a day. I did nick a little tinker out of the mallard and just sneaked a rod in and snidey rod and that. And yeah, just about to pack up. The rain just stopped. The sun came out. Got a run off my margin rod on the snags, and lo and behold, you know, 32 pounds and 13 ounces of common carp. Absolute long carp and amazing. And I'd just like to thank Phil for letting us have this opportunity to actually fish here. Joe as well.
Nice doing business with you again, Mark.
Doing fishing, photos and everything else like that. It's been amazing.
Nice one.
And we'll be back again, and hopefully one of you guys will as well.
Great stuff.
Cheers for that.
Cheers.
I'm down on Elsons today, and after my start again.
You're down on Elsons.
Get down.
Right, okay. A natural pond, so it's got no pumps in it, it's full of silt.
La la la.
That was going well.
Sorry.